Hey everybody, Scott from Rocky Oak Farms. We haven't made a video in a while. The last video we made, we were repairing that 5410 Rebel baler sitting over there. Put new chains and sprockets and bearings and stuff in it. Now, John Deere 5100E, 100 horsepower tractor, of course, all electronic. It got to where it wouldn't move. Put it in gear, work the selector switch, put it in gear, it wouldn't do nothing. It just sit still. So got online, tried to find videos of see if anybody else is having trouble. Couldn't find anything, and the only thing we could find, basically, they were talking about their problem, but they wouldn't talk about fixing the problem. So as you can see, I've already been working on it. Got the right wheel off, and I'll explain why the right wheel's off. But basically what I started off with, I took the cowl off of it, and we'll go to both sides here in just a second. I took the cowl off of it to check wiring and different things, you know, relays, breakers, whatever it could be. Couldn't find anything wrong. We'll go to the other side and I'll show you what I discovered over here. Okay, here under the cowl you can find the clutch mechanism. And as you can see, there's no rod. This is not a hydraulic clutch. It is an electric clutch. As you can see, it has a electric device here. You push the clutch, it works this device. These are prone to fail, but that was not the problem with this tractor, okay? Read the codes on it, and it kept giving codes about nobody sitting in the seat. The seat, I thought it might be the seat safety switch. Checked the seat safety switch, couldn't find any trouble there. Checked what relays and stuff were back here, so basically this was a waste of time. Also, you have a fuse panel underneath this cover right here. 2 panels, 2 sets of fuses and relays. Checked all the fuses and relays, no problems. Everything was good to go. So basically what I come up with, I read a thread online, and a guy was talking about a neutral positioning safety switch, which that is exactly what you see right here. Just in case, I'm going to show everybody where the safety switch is on the seat, in case yours goes bad. They are prone to go bad, just like any other electric piece of junk device that they put on these tractors. Let me get some bolts out of the way here. If you'll lift your seat up, I don't know what kind of seat you have, but right here in this seat is a safety switch. You can unplug it. The wire runs underneath the seat base, comes up through the seat, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even know how it works, but that's your seat safety switch. I jumped it, no problems, it's good to go. So figured out that was not the problem. Basically what the problem was, you start the tractor, you have your selector, and your selectors A, B, and C on some, and I don't know, everybody's got different transmissions. But you'd have your selector in a gear, and you'd have your other selector in a gear. Okay? You'd flip your shuttle shift here, the tractor would not move. Also, on these tractors you have an N for neutral. Well, even with the tractor in gear and it started, you'd flip the switch, the neutral light would start flashing. Okay, if we start it up, have your neutral light, but when we put the tractor in gear, the neutral light would go out. So I figured out the shuttle shift is not the issue. Turn this thing back off. The shuttle shift was not the issue. The shuttle shift actually feels good. It feels solid. Although these are also prone to go bad. That was still not the problem. Okay, we're going to go to pretty much directly where I've discovered the problem and what it's going to take to fix it. And I'll show you what I've done to figure out it was or was not the problem. So here we go. Shine right down in here. Okay, you have a safety switch that is here. It's part of the neutral safety switch. These are pretty uncommon to go bad, but again, it's an electrical device. It can go bad. If you see from the other side, it looks just like the one that I showed you earlier. Okay, so these are not really prone to go bad, but you know, you may want to replace both when you do this other one. It's up to you. I'm only going to replace the one that's bad. So let's go down to where the issue is. Here we go. Okay, we're on the right hand side of the tractor. This is your hydraulic filter. These are your hydraulic lines, of course. I know people ain't idiots, but just in case you can't understand where I'm at, I'm on the right hand side underneath the tractor next to the transmission. Up underneath here you see this is your differential lock lever. All right, now I've already took these out once and I have not replaced the switch yet, but you have to take these two bolts out and just push your differential lock footstep out of the way, back up into the tractor. Then you have to take this big bracket here, which also works your differential lock. It's one big bolt. I can't remember what size. You'll figure it out. You gotta take it out and get it out of your way. That's what it looks like right there. So we're gonna get it out of the way. This sucker right here, $68 at John Deere for this little piece of junk. 68 bucks plus the trip to get it. But it goes way up in here. You can see this little hole up here, I think. I hope you can. But this thing screws in there, and when you put this thing in neutral or take it out of neutral, it works this plunger right here, this ball bearing plunger, and of course makes a connection inside this, and it tells the tractor I'm either in neutral or I'm not in neutral. Okay, neutral safety switch, neutral positioning safety switch. But that is where this goes, and these are about 90% usually your issue. Not about 90%, maybe 95%. The one up top, very seldom ever, but it can go bad. If your tractor is like mine, I put it in gear, and I just parked it the day before. Put it in gear, flip my selector lever, my shuttle shift lever, in forward or reverse. Mine would not move a muscle. It wouldn't do anything. We had to pull and push the tractor over here to where I could work on it. If yours will go in gear and then it kind of wants to kick out of gear, like say you get going and all of a sudden it kicks out of gear, that's usually your speed sensor, which is another sensor, and that's usually what the problem is going to be with it. We'll go over that another day, but for now I wanted to show everybody where this goes, where to find it, and it is a booger to get to. I took a 7/8 wrench, that's what fits this, 7/8, and I just had to work it up here a little bit and keep moving it till I broke it loose. It ain't that super tight. By the way, you don't get the O-ring with a new part, so don't throw this away. Get your O-ring off if it's good, put it on the new part, unless you just want to buy from John Deere, the new O-ring, which would probably be about $3 or $4 or $5. But anyways, that's up to you. But I want to show you how, real quick, I discovered that this was the problem. Okay, let me find it here. This is what plugs into your neutral safety switch. As you can see, I've made a jumper and jumped it. Well, guess what? Tractor works fine as long as it's jumped. And before you say, well, you could have took a chance of frying your ECU or something like that, I called the service tech at John Deere, the main service tech, and I did ask, hey, is it okay for me to jumper this to see if this here piece of junk is my problem? He said, absolutely. He said, and I'll bet you that is your problem. So I made the jumper and I did jump it, and sure enough, tractor wants to work the way it should. So just wanted to show you that if you unhook it and you don't want to take this out yet, you can make a jumper and jump it and see if that is the issue. Of course, this plugs in right here, just like this normally. But that will tell you, okay, this is my problem or it is not my problem. Okay, so that's just a little tidbit. I made the jumper after I'd already taken this out because I was pretty confident that this was my issue. But just before I drove all the way to John Deere, which was 45 minutes away, to get this little piece of junk and pay $68 for it, I went ahead and made the jumper and checked it, and sure enough, this is the issue, which is like I say, 90 to 95% usually this will be your issue if you have the issues that I had with my tractor. Put it in gear, work the selector switch. It's like it has no clutch. It will not move forward, reverse. It will not. It'll just sit there and everything works. The PTO, the lift, everything works on the tractor, but it will not move. So this is your issue right here. Neutral safety switch, neutral positioning safety switch. So just wanted to make a quick video for everybody. So if you come across this problem, you won't take the cowl apart and do all this other stuff. You probably can go right to the issue right here. I've done a lot of testing, a lot of home checking, different things on this thing, and all I had to do is go to this. So if you're having the issue where it will not move, put it in forward, put it in reverse, change gears, put it in forward, put it in reverse, it won't do anything. More than likely this piece of junk right here. So hope this helps everybody out. If you like the video, give us a few likes there at the bottom, and we'll see you next time. All right, everybody, as we was talking about on this neutral safety positioning switch, this is the John Deere part number right here, if you can see it. M132725. There's your new neutral positioning sensor, safety, whatever. All right, everybody, I told you not to forget to put your O-ring off your old one onto your new one. So that's what we're doing here. Making sure we get our O-ring back on there so it don't leak. If your O-ring's good, just reuse your other O-ring. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Again, if you want to give John Deere probably $3 to $5 for that little tiny O-ring, that's up to you. If it makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. We're going to use our old one. So there we go. We're fixing to put this baby in there. As you can see, this is real fun to get up there and get your fingers in there and try to get this thing started. It was fun to get out too. Better place for that damn thing, how about that? All right, we got the sensor, which is back up here under the gearbox. way back here. It was a pain in the you-know-what to plug in too, but we got it hooked up. We got our differential lock lever hooked back up. I took this hydraulic low pressure hydraulic return hose loose, thinking it might help me get up in there. Waste of time. Don't fool with this. Just all it does is made a mess. I lost hydraulic fluid, so don't unhook this. Definitely need to get rid of the differential lock arm or foot control, whatever you want to call it, because that allows you to get up in here to get to this sensor, which is, if you can see my finger, way back here. So again, we're gonna put the wheel and tire back on, and we're gonna see if this thing will move. So here we go. Everybody, this is a new day. We got the part put in yesterday, and we were going to put the tractor back together, the tire back on it, and start it and move it and everything for everybody. But as you can see, we got a brand new battery here. We went to start it yesterday and the battery blowed up. Battery was a 2015 model. So anyways, we're getting the battery put back together, and then we'll get the tire on it, and then we'll see if this thing moves. All right, everybody, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing works. Alright everybody, let's finish this up here. 5100E John Deere. Again, we looked on the internet, couldn't find any videos explaining how, what, why, how to fix, what to look for, anything as far as to repair the problem this tractor has. Again, the shifters, put them in gear. Okay, your selectors. Flip your shuttle forward to reverse. Tractor would not move. It sit dead in the track. Again, neutral positioning safety switch. You know where we showed you where it's at. Showed you what it took to fix it, what a new one would be. If you want to jumper it, you can jumper it. Make a permanent jumper. But we chose to just put the switch back in it. Again, that's it. Hope this helped you out. Thank you.